A remembrance ceremony to honor the sacrifice of 16 U.S. and Vietnamese individuals who perished in a 2001 helicopter crash was held Thursday, April the 7th, in the Quang Binh province. More details follow.
Present at the ceremony were relatives of those who were killed in the crash. Officials from the Vietnamese Office for Seeking Missing Persons, or VNOSMP, and the U.S. Joint POW MIA Accounting Command, and various government and non-government organization officials. 7 U.S. servicemen and 9 Vietnamese were on board the Mi-17 helicopter when it crashed April 7, 2001. The ceremony marked the 10th anniversary of the tragedy.
To the families of today, the 16 families whose relatives gave their lives, we give thanks, appreciation, and condolences for the great sacrifices they made. Our mission to find the missing American missing here in Vietnam continues. It has been going on since the 1970s. We very much appreciate the support of the Vietnamese government, and it is designed to give closure to the families in America who are still waiting for their American servicemen to come home.
They sacrificed their lives for a noble humanitarian mission. They have made an extremely important contribution to the development of bilateral relations between Vietnam and the U.S., bridging our two peoples. Their departure unites us here with great compassion and responsibility. To the family members and friends of the victims, the ceremony was of special significance as it recognized the huge contribution of the fallen to the humanitarian missions that Vietnam and the U.S. are pushing forward.
It was a very meaningful ceremony and a unique event, and getting to see Vietnam was something that was great, that both me and my sister appreciated being a part of. But my mother could not make the trip, and we have 2 other sisters who would have liked to have come as well. So, but everybody's been real great, both the Vietnamese and the Americans. So, but do you have any other questions for me?
We are very moved to be invited here, where both Vietnam and the U.S. come together on this memorable site in honor of my husband and his fellow men and foreign partners. The ceremony reminds me of so many things about him, and it is extremely painful right now for me to recall that moment. I don't really know what to say right now.
This was something very rare, and hopefully it never happens again, but it painfully reminds us that the legacy of war takes various turns, and we can't always predict where they will go. But it also highlights the tremendous level of cooperation and trust between Vietnam and the USA.
The helicopter carrying 16 crew and passengers crashed in a mountainous area of Quang Binh while preparing for future recovery operations. According to a report issued by U.S. investigators, it appears that deteriorating weather conditions, poor visibility, and flying in high terrain were predominant factors in the accident.